I mean, I love it. I'm having the time of my life. I'm ready to open another breakfast restaurant.
Okay,
Oh God,
okay.
don't, no, nobody tell Sherry that. I didn't say
Yeah.
that. Welcome to Cue the Mic. I'm Darren Worth.
And I'm the irreceptible Randy Twyford.
I'm not sure that's right either.
Oh, that's a real word. We use it all the time.
Okay. And I'm Emma Derflinger, and this is episode 82.
So Randy, you're not suspendus anymore, which
we had
a lot of fun with you. We had a lot of fun with you all week long because we're trying to figure out what the hell you were trying to say until Amanda finally figured out that, or Emma, one of those two decided you were trying to say you were stupendous, not suspendus. But even though you are a suspendus type guy, because you sometimes you wear suspenders.
I got my overalls on today.
Or you got your overalls on today.
It was, I think I had been editing the episode, and I had watched it multiple times. I think I was probably like 10 times in just listening to that one bit, because I was like, what is he saying? Because I'm like, this isn't a word, or at least it's not right. And then it clicked, because I Googled stupendous, and I was like, was that the word he was trying to say? Because that's what it sounds kind of like. And sure enough, it was.
Well, so then I called. Not really. Because the sup in there was the supportive part, and I'm a very supportive person.
You said super last week.
But you're really suspect, too, which is
I'm very suspective of things, too.
Suspendous.
But what were you today, did you say?
What did I say? I just kind of do them on the fly. What was it, Emma?
Yeah, you kind of. I
don't know.
It was we'll have to record. I'm sure we'll make fun of it next week.
Okay.
Something.
Yeah.
I was a little worried about Randy. I was a little worried about Randy. We do so much planning and thought goes into these podcasts.
Hours.
I sent a message out last night. Hours. Yeah. I sent a message out to last night at 7-8 o'clock and said, "Hey, are we recording tomorrow morning?" And Emma replied, "Give me the thumbs up." And there was nothing from Randy. And I know he was feeling a little under the weather last week, and so. Then this morning,
I
thought,
wait a second. Wait, whoa,
what?
What the hell is this shirt she's got on?
I'm wearing my Dammit Randy t-shirt.
Dammit Randy.
I was saving it for the acronyms later on, because if you mess it up, I was just gonna say.
Oh, it's not gonna be messed up. This one's going down in history.
Okay.
So anyway,
I'll believe it.
So I sent, we have this little group chat that we say two things every week saying, hey, we recording at this time. Emma normally gives the thumbs up. Randy says yes. Randy never responded. So I'm like, okay, he's busy, whatever. Saturday night, probably catering. So this morning on the way back from breakfast, because you never miss breakfast, most important meal of the day.
Right.
And I finally got back on the routine where I get away from the jam to go to breakfast the last 3 or 4 days, which is
good for
awesome.
you. Good for you.
That's huge.
Yeah, kind of getting back into my routine, back at the Mullets, having the avocado toast melt once again. Love it. Anyway, so I called Randy this morning and went right to voicemail. I'm like, son of a bitch, has something happened? Did he die and nobody called? I was a little worried until we popped on the screen and there's old Randall. So,
Well, I was out of the office this morning for a little while, and I guess I had my phone on mute. So,
yeah, it's fine. It's fine. I figured Marla would have called.
Unless she did it.
Yeah. Yeah, unless she did it.
So how was your week, Randall?
It was pretty good. Very uneventful. Booked quite a few things. Seems like things are getting to be we're doing bigger events, which is nice. But they're getting to be last minute. I say last minute. I don't mean my last minute is you call the day and want something tomorrow. and we can,
well, that's our norm. Yeah.
yeah. And then, but this is like in the same week, but for large events, stuff's happened around the area and stuff. So, been pretty good. We had the food truck out. Marla and I and
Whoa.
one of the
That's
crew
huge.
took the truck out. Had a very good day. Sold a lot of ribs. Area was really heavy into brisket and burnt-ins. Sold more brisket and burnt-ins than we did pulled pork, which is surprising. And but
That's kind of a bummer
yeah, it really is. And
from a profit standpoint.
no kidding. Speaking of, I got a load of pork in, so I got that to process this morning. So
That's why he's in the overalls.
That's why he's in the overalls and not the tuxedo. If he was selling all pork, he'd be in a tuxedo. He'd be, shitting in tall cotton.
That's right. That's right. So other than that, that's about all that's been going on. Been healthy for a week, so that's something major accomplishment for me. So
Yeah.
So, how about yourself?
Is that because of the election? Now we got Robert F. Kennedy making America healthy.
Yes, that's exactly it.
I just wanted to get that reaction. We can stop with the political thing. I just wanted that face on Emma. I just wanted that face once. We can move on.
Okay.
We're not a political podcast. We will not be talking about that.
That's all I wanted was a face, Emma. That's all I wanted was a face, which you are glowing this morning, by the way. You have a great backdrop and great lighting today.
My Legos?
Well, just your backdrop. Your lighting is very good today.
Thank you. I was just thinking that I look really pale and reflective, and then I might need to put on some self-tanner after this.
No. You guys' backgrounds, Randy's got the old brick wall in the back, and I always have, I got some jam.
What is that? A sample?
What do we got here? We got the red raspberry and the blueberry jam.
Ooh, I bet you that red raspberry's good.
Those both sound good.
And this is a blueberry, more of a syrup, different levels of pectin. Yeah, samples for the jam.
Randy, when are you coming to Des Moines so we can go to the jam?
I don't know.
Well, let's make that happen.
Okay.
We go on a little breakfast.
Have you been to the jam, Emma?
No, I haven't. Well,
I get up early. I will tell you, yesterday morning when I left the jam at 10 till 7, we were just getting ready to go on a wait list.
Really?
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, that's good.
Crazy.
Yeah, that's insane.
I mean, it doesn't last that way, but I mean,
but the fact you even got that close.
Yeah, it's crazy.
How long is the longest wait list? How long is the longest wait list you get?
I don't know. I
know turning the tables have been important.
And turning the tables have been really good. I was doing some analytics last night, actually. My first night that I was actually able to sit down. Sherry was watching football, and I was able to I had my computer, and I'm like, if I sit in the chair, she's always like, hey, sit down for a little bit. And I'm like, then I'm out. Right. So I grabbed my computer and made dinner, and she was watching football. And so I grabbed up the computer, and I was working on kind of an order guide, trying to make some, get some standardization in our ordering process instead of this, oh shit, we're out of inventory, trying to, get everything on a piece of paper. And so I was putting order guides together through PFG because Amanda and I have been trying to do that for a week straight. And she walks in and something happens and we're just all running crazy. So last night I said, I'm going to get that done. Well, in the meantime, I was able to find some time to go into Toast and just kind of look at some reports and what's moving and what's not. And yeah, it is. I need about 4 or 5 more hours to be able to really dig into it. But I found that one of the most interesting things was our table turn time is very, very consistent.
That's
running
huge.
Run about 35 minutes, which is really, really good.
Let me ask you something.
That is really good.
Now, in Toast, does it, because it'll figure your table turn time, does it start when they take the order and then when they cash out?
Yes.
Is
Yeah,
that the start
so
and
but
stop?
it starts when they start that order. So now our waitresses are starting that order when they ask them, "Hey, what would you like to drink?" And then they
Okay.
pop in what they want to drink.
Okay.
Okay, so it might be a couple minutes either way.
Sure.
So it might be a couple minutes before they may approach them and say, "Hey, what would you like to drink?" They may actually go get that drink and take it to them, but they're usually popping that drink order in. And when they present that check and it's paid, then it's closing it. So they may be sitting there a few more minutes that, but 35, 36 minutes. So I figured under 45 minutes, that's a pretty good turn on those tables,
Not to do
but
an
we're,
not to do an advertisement for Toast, but I use Toast, and what little data
yeah.
that I, compared to us, but I just can't imagine if you had the time to sit down and dig into it and the reports and stuff that you could get out of it
Oh,
is just amazing and so good
it's
for
one of
your
the coolest
business.
platforms.
It is super, super cool. The only thing that I don't like about it is the ability to bring in modifiers together. And maybe it's the way we're setting things up, and this is way over a lot of people's head and probably shouldn't be even part of a podcast. But when you talk about a modifier about how you want eggs, or let's say brisket, you can get,
Hmm.
maybe brisket's a bad example, but let's say you want breakfast sausage. So whether I'm ordering an omelet or I'm ordering avocado toast or I'm ordering a skillet, when I select, I want breakfast sausage, if I don't have those all together, really what I want to know is how much breakfast sausage portions am I using, and I've got to kind of bring those all together, because I'm trying to, really what I want to know is how much breakfast sausage am I using, so that I
Well, I
can
would
look
think
at my
it'd be able to
usage.
tell you
Hmm.
that.
Well, it is, but you've got to kind of add it together,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah.
it's a little tough to dig through when you have modifiers in there.
Okay.
Otherwise, everything would have to be a separate menu
So
item, and it would make it a lot harder.
there's not a way to like kind of put a tag. I thought there was a way to like, maybe that's DoorDash. I thought there was a way to kind of like tag it, like this is
A main
the
modifier.
same, or
I
like yeah, like so you could mark it so
I
like this is all the same thing,
there
kind of like
there there probably is,
you just
there
haven't had
probably
a
is.
chance
We're
to
lucky to
sit
just
down
get
and.
some bitch turned on, to
That's
say
true.
boom, let's go. So,
Well, that's
there's that time for fine tuning, but
but
it
Toast is not the cheapest thing out there, but it'll give you more information than you could ever use,
Yeah.
oh
Oh, and it's got
and it's
so
a
many
good buy.
tools because you can use it for your marketing, you can use it for as your POS. Like we used to use Toast to send out, I don't know if you would do it as often anymore, but like some of our emails we even would just use Toast. Like I could use to do like our
em-
email marketing. I used to just build the emails in Toast and it would just send it out to, I could like select a group of a very specific group or a very broad group of users that from like the data it collected and send out an email saying like, oh hey, try out this.
Interesting.
And it's probably one of the better platforms out there. I mean, I don't feel like there's many competitors to be honest, but I could be very wrong.
yeah, it's very, like this morning at Mullets. I mean, I watched, they use Aloha,
Oh,
and I
Mhm.
okay.
watched their DoorDash come in and they're manually entering stuff into DoorDash. I'm like, man, you guys should be on Toast. It's automatically integrated. The DoorDash order comes
Yeah.
automatically in and whatever. And it's just crazy how that integration works. And it works very flawlessly almost 100% of the time, knock on wood.
Yeah.
Does it have its issues? Maybe once in a while,
Yeah.
but
Sure.
I
most of
mean,
the
but
time,
it's technology, so like everything it's never going to be perfect, but
yeah. But for the most part, it works really well. We were having problems with some of our Toast Goes, which have worked really, really well. And customers, I tell you, really love it. I get more
oh,
compliments in the dining room.
yeah.
People like, that's the coolest thing in the world because I get to pay and I don't have to hand somebody my credit card and they take it away. And customers
Yeah.
really like the security. And I
Mhm.
never really thought of it that way, but they like
Yeah.
the security of never taking their credit card away, but also there's a way on our receipt, if we print out a receipt for them, where they can actually, if we bring them a receipt, they can actually scan it and pay on their Google Pay or whatever without
Hmm.
ever giving their credit card.
Right.
So customers love that. So no customer is ever paying at the counter, right?
Yeah.
Unless they pay
And
cash.
they love that. They love the nope, even pay cash. The server's handling it at the
Okay.
table.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah. It it is it is a game changer, and even from like like as a customer, I like it because of how fast it is. You know,
yeah,
because sometimes when you're ready for the check, like you're ready to go, and um, I feel like that helps you turn tables because you don't
yeah.
have to wait for them getting the check and then, oh, that waitress maybe got stopped, like somebody needed something on our way back over and this and that. Like it's done as soon as you um it's like, I mean, it's done quick, and
But
Interesting.
I think
I
that's
can
huge
tell,
in
I can
itself.
tell what I love. I mean, I absolutely love about this thing is like I can look at I'm looking at live stuff, right? I mean, I can look at like yesterday, if I look at sales, I can look by sales by employee and I can tell exactly what every employee sold in sales by the hour. So as we break these waitresses up into groups and break out the tables, we can tell, are they evenly spread out? Are they,
Yeah.
are some table, and we can go in and tell, are and we haven't even done that yet, are certain tables producing more sales than others?
That would be
So
interesting to
that
see.
so as we break out the tables in groups, we can say, hey, these are 5 hot tables. We make sure that we're not grouping the 5 hot tables together, so we're spreading the love among servers. So we want servers to kind of come up actual even in sales, and every
Hmm.
day it seems like all the servers are within $50 of each other. So we're doing a
Really.
great job manually. We're doing this manually. Our management team over there and whoever's, Krista and the whole group out there that are doing it, they're doing a great job of figuring it out manually of how they're grouped together because the sales are thing. But I can look at ticket turn times by server. So I can tell, are they lollygagging around? Who's
Or
the
who's
fastest
hustling?
one? I can look at up sales, whatever. And so it's just truly crazy, amazing data that we haven't even been able to analyze because this system is moving so fast, but we're already just by me being able to go to breakfast, I can
Yeah.
tell they're getting more comfortable. And even by the front of the house, they're going, wow, we were a little slow today. And I'm going, wow, that's interesting. We were 10% up over last week, and the kitchen's going, I'm like, hey, how are we doing? Well, we had a couple tickets get out to 30 minutes, but everyone else, we stayed below 15-minute ticket time,
Right.
and I'm like, okay, so I can go look at these ticket times by station, the pancake grill, by whatever, and I can see how long before they're bumping off these tickets when they get it.
Yeah.
So we can see every single, because everything's electronic in the kitchen, every bump screen. I can tell the expediter, I can tell this, I can tell the egg station. Everything's electronic.
Hmm.
And so it's really cool to be able to see, and we're just improving processes. We've just got a couple little things that I've got to improve, and it's a space constraint. Hand bread and tenderloins. I've got to figure out how to get it done because I don't have space to do it. And so I got to figure out a way to do it. Hand bread and tenderloins is a pain in the ass, but it's a great tenderloin. So we're having to kind of bread them ahead of time, and then we're having to kind of redust them a little bit before they go in. So I'm having to
Sure.
hold them in an ice bath on a tray in a doorway, and it's safe, but it's not the most convenient. But I'd rather just hand bread them all the way through to order. Breaded chicken sandwiches, we're hardly selling any, so I think I'm going to take them totally off the menu, and I'm just going to redesign it and use it and make a chicken sandwich out of chicken tenders, because we are moving a little bit of chicken tenders, which we're getting from
Yeah.
the ornery chicken.
Yeah.
And then I'll put it on a hoagie and make kind of a chicken tender po' boy and make it actually even a
Ooh, there you go.
better sandwich than we were getting.
Sure.
So just a couple redesigns on the menu, a couple different things. And then hopefully this week I'll find time, now that I've seen every plate go out of that window 500,000 times, I can go back and look at portion sizes and make sure that our costing is what we thought it was going to
Sure.
be, and how much gravy and how much chicken and noodles and everything that we're putting on each plate, to make sure that I don't need to adjust cost, because we were kind of throwing swag numbers out there. But now I have it all in my head because I've expedited all these orders
Done
for
it enough.
10 days.
Yeah.
I've done it enough that I know it all by heart, that I can see. And I can see how many hash browns we're wasting on the griddle. You say, hey, we're going to order's 8 ounces, but you put 8 ounces, but it's not really 8 ounces. It's probably 9 ounces, but you're wasting some of it because it goes all over the place. And then and then you waste some eggs and you waste some whatever. So you got to have that little fluff in there, but all cool shit. I love it. I've never been a grill. I've never worked on a grill line before. That's, I'm not a chef. I'm not a cook. I'm a transportation logistics guy.
Right.
Or process guy. So, I love it. I'm having the time of my life. I'm ready to open another breakfast restaurant.
Okay.
Oh God. No, nobody tell Sherry that. I didn't say that. Erase.
Yeah.
Can you edit that out?
Yeah. I'll think about it. But no, you're not. Let's not. At least give yourself a year. Or maybe 2 or 3.
Fuck, I'll be bored in a month.
You could, if you're bored so much, then you could franchise it out and open another, sell a franchise and open one up in another city or state.
You know how many times we've been, saying that? You know how many times we've been saying that, Randy?
Never.
0.
Ever.
We said that with Smokey D's. We said that with Yorner Chicken. We said that with the Crafty Mac. We said that with whatever.
You know what? I was thinking about this. You should open it on the south side. Open one down here. Because we don't have a breakfast restaurant down here. In my neck of the woods. We have Perkins. Gross. Not gross, actually. I love Perkins, but I want something local. We don't have local down here.
You know what I wish I had? My whole wish? I wish I would have spent a lot more money and made a bigger kitchen. Because 500 square foot kitchen is not enough.
She ain't cutting
Well,
it.
in your defense, you probably didn't think that it was going to blow up the way that it has.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping. I thought in my mind when I bought this thing, that I thought that if we could serve on the busy days, I thought that if we could serve 200 people a day, I thought, man, we would hit it out of the park with this
Right.
thing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. What are we at?
We're, on a very slow day, we're at 250. On a busy day, we're approaching 400.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, we're blowing it out of the park.
Yeah. That's
And the crazy thing is, our ticket average is still only $12 and something.
Is it really?
Yeah.
It's only $12.30 or 40 cents.
Oh,
That's pretty crazy.
It's a pretty damn economical place once you say, hey, you're getting breakfast and a cup of coffee or, whatever. It's still a super economical place to eat, but we're turning and burning. That's my motto, keep it cheap and turn them.
Right.
Right. And make it fresh. I'm telling you, everything, the Pop-Tarts, even though they're not on the menu, we're selling the crap out of them. The cinnamon rolls are just truly amazing. They just look different every day. They're homemade. Some are big. Some are just, they're not consistent at all, which is awesome.
Which is very obvious. They're homemade.
Crazy, I know, but it's just, they're homemade and people are loving them. And the
I think it's funny to hear you say that.
The plates coming out of there are just, right. Cause I'm Mr. Consistency, but they're coming out and it's just, everything out of there is just, and the haters have went away. The haters have went away. We
Well,
got
have they
rid of the
really?
haters the last couple of days. Yep.
Good deal.
Well, I think they're starting to realize that, like,
They realize that I
their
don't care.
opinion is
I
not.
don't
Yeah.
care. Yeah, I don't care. It was a funny story. I had a lady in there on Friday afternoon about 1:30, and I could tell. I'm like, they're like, this lady wants to talk to you. I'm like, oh shit. And then she mentioned the Food Lovers of Des Moines page. I'm like, oh boy. And I said, I told her right off the bat, and I said, as a restaurant owner, we really don't watch that page. And she goes, yeah, you're joking. I said, no, really. I said, really, we call that the Food Karens of Des Moines page as restaurant owners. And she looked at me like, whatever. And I said, really? Because, opinions are like assholes. Everybody's got one.
You did not say this to customer.
I did. And she laughed. I had her laughing. And she goes, well, I got one request. Can you do beef, liver, and onions? And I said, let me tell you about my griddle space. And I explained it to her, and she goes, you can't do griddle and beef, liver, and onions, can you? And I said, no, ma'am, I can't. I said, I would love to service it. I don't like them myself, but no. I think it would be a big hit with people, but I just don't have a way to do that. And, and she really understood. And we started talking about the business and whatever. And she goes, well, what's not selling? And I said, I have the grilled peanut butter and jam sandwich. We have not sold one.
Well, I'm coming over. That sounds delicious.
So she says, tell me about that sandwich. Why would you have a grilled peanut butter and jam sandwich? She goes, tell me about it. And I said, well, think about a grilled cheese sandwich. We're putting it on Texas toast, and think about a grilled cheese sandwich on thick Texas toast. It's got creamy peanut butter. She goes, I'd like chunky. And I said, well, it comes with creamy peanut butter. And then we put our homemade strawberry jam on it that's made in-house. And she goes, why would you do that? And I said, well, when I used to travel around the country, my wife doesn't really know how to cook much. And she would always make grilled peanut butter sandwiches because she doesn't like grilled cheese. And so she always made grilled peanut butter. Well, since it's my jam, we thought we better add jam to her grilled peanut butter. So we made the grilled peanut butter and jam sandwich. And my original thought was that we would grill that sandwich and cut the crust off of it for kids. But it's not listed on the sandwich menu. It's listed on the juniors and seniors. But since we put it on Texas toast, it's a pretty good sandwich.
Substantial sandwich.
Well, when we were testing it, we went to cut the crust off of it, and it was a mess. That jam was everywhere. And we're like, we can't cut the crust off of this. We can't even cut this sandwich in half. It's just going to be a mess. So I said, it's going to disappear. We haven't sold one. She goes, I'm ordering one to go. I said, okay, you'll be the first and last person to ever have one. And so she orders one up. So I go back in the kitchen to make one up. And so, they're pretty much shutting down the grills. But so normally we make it over on the pancake grill. But the egg grill was open. They shut the pancake grill off. So I grilled it off on the egg grill. And I come back and I said, what'd you think? She goes, did you make that on your hash brown and egg grill? And I said, well, I made it on my egg grill. She goes, yeah, I could taste the grilled flavor. And I said, well, yeah, it's not supposed to go through the toaster. It's a grilled cheese sandwich. It gets made on a grill. Oh, I see what you're doing. Okay. She goes, it was really good. She goes, it was messy, but I like it. She goes, I'm going to take it home and put it in the refrigerator. I think I'm going to eat it cold. I think it'll be really good. I really enjoyed it. You sure you're taking it off the menu? I said, I'm positive I'm taking it off the menu.
Yeah.
She goes, I'll be glad. I had the first and last. I'm going to write about that. So we ended up having a very great conversation about the Food Lovers of Des Moines and whatever about, because everybody's got an opinion, right?
Mm-hmm.
But evidently,
I was not allowed to look at that page.
But she had a patty melt and very much enjoyed the patty melt, and But it's really weird, the consistency of ordering. It's just crazy. It's like some days we'll sell 15 breaded tenderloins, and the next day we sell one. Some days we sell 0 patty melts, the next day we'll sell 8. It's just. And I know it's just people trying different things on the menu, but there is 0 consistency.
No rhyme or reason.
Except for no rhyme or reason, except for the hangover skillet is selling like crazy, right? The hangover
what was that
skillet
again?
That I designed.
What was that again?
So it's a loaded hash brown, and it's got ham, bacon, sausage on top of it with cheddar cheese smothered in sausage gravy with 2 eggs and toast.
Okay. That's a hell of a meal.
Okay. And it's a hell of a meal. It's a hell of a meal. $14.99, I think. Hell of a meal. And so people, that one's one of the top sellers every day. You know, kind of the top sellers are like the jam classics, which are just 2 eggs, meat, and hash browns, or 2 eggs,
Sure,
meat, and toast.
sure.
I mean, of course, regular breakfast stuff, but that's really selling super well. All our chorizo inspired dishes like the eggs Benedict are selling really well. Emma looks bored.
No, sorry. I did just no. I'm listening. I promise. This is just how I sit.
Oh, okay. But overall, you know, lots of different things. Lots of, you know, but you know, at lunchtime we're making homemade potato salad and homemade pasta salad, and we're trying to make small, not selling a lot of that, not selling much mac and cheese.
Really?
Starting to sell a lot of fruit salad. Only sold like 3 or 4 yogurt parfaits. I'm probably going to shit can that, but just put yogurt as a side dish so they can get yogurt and fresh granola.
Right.
Which I need to write a note because
That's
I need
surprising
more granola,
that you're not
so.
selling much mac and cheese because you're kind of a home style type diner.
Yeah. I mean, but we sell the shit out of French fries and homemade chips.
Well, I could believe that.
Yeah. It's just, I need to write a note here saying, Amanda, I need more granola. Okay. If you don't write it down, you're going to forget about it.
Friggin' men.
Yeah, but overall, lots of brisket French dips. Lots of brisket French
That
dips.
sounds good.
And it's really good. It's really good. So
You're
very
slicing
easy
it
to
real
make, very
thin?
good.
Slicing it real thin?
No, slicing it really thick. We're taking our brisket points from Smoky D's and slicing it very thick, putting it on a really nice hoagie bun. We're slicing it cold and putting it in our fancy oven
Right.
with a hoagie roll with provolone, and we throw it all in there for 2 minutes, and it crusts up the roll, bubbles the cheese, makes it brown, and it retherms that brisket. And we just pop that brisket over on a roll, and then we have hot au jus that we put in a hot au jus that we put in a bowl and serve it off to there. It's amazing.
Sounds good. Sounds real good.
Yeah, it's very good, very popular.
Yeah.
Very popular. So yeah, but other than that, things are rolling along. The kitchen staff, we're getting upped on the kitchen staff, so I'm not having to work there on the line all the time. And you know, we're getting our batch sizes right on all our, you know, like avocado crema. You know, it's like we were making a batch, and all of a sudden this afternoon we're making another batch. I'm like, okay, guys, we need to scale these batches. So we're starting to get all those batch sizes of what we need to make, and pancake batches. So 3 times a day we aren't going, I need more pancakes. But, you know, we're starting to get those batch sizes dialed in so we know what kind of batch to make per day or every other day or whatever.
Just kind of fine tuning it every day.
Yeah.
And that's with having the good people and the good processes and stuff that makes it a little easier.
Yep. I felt like I lost something here. I felt like my hearing or whatever went bad, Emma.
What? Let me check your settings.
Or was that me just talking soft?
I don't know.
No, you weren't talking too soft. No, you're all set on my end.
Okay.
You know what? Actually, I was gonna say, talking menu stuff. I went to the Vibrant Coffee House and Kitchen in East Village yesterday. I think it's a newer coffee shop down there. And first of all, cool place, vibes immaculate. But I ordered Lane a smoked brisket and pimento cheese grilled cheese yesterday, and I didn't try it because I don't like pimento cheese. But he said it was so good, and it seems like something that you would have because of you were on a pretty big pimento cheese kick there for a while.
Yeah, until I went lactose intolerant, and then I couldn't enjoy it myself.
Yeah, that's fair. But that was a menu item that I was like, D-Dub would love this kind of thing.
I'd be all over that. We could do that very easily too, because we're making the pimento cheese of the chicken, so we could.
Oh, so you got your source for it.
I think, yeah.
We
I
have
think
a
they were
source.
making it. I think they had pimento and everything. They put pimento in their chili. They put like dollop of pimento cheese on top of their chili.
That'd be good.
Yeah, and then I think even my brother's Brett, because I was there for a long time, and my brother and his girlfriend came, and I think he got a brisket breakfast sandwich that also had pimento cheese on it that he said was really good.
So, interesting. So,
Yeah,
let's think about that pimento cheese on chili because people like
yeah,
sour cream on their chili. They like cheese.
Right.
That's really what that is.
just a
That's
little
almost
spicier.
half-assed brilliant.
Yeah. It sounds really good.
Yeah,
Do you think it
And-
was? Do you think it was homemade pimento cheese?
I'm not. I don't know. I think so because it seemed pretty from everything I looked at. I mean, it. But I don't. I didn't try it, so I couldn't tell you. And honestly, I don't eat pimento cheese, so I'm not much help there. But Laney's never had pimento cheese, which is so crazy to me because he loves anything spicy. And
You should get him some of our ornery chicken pimento cheese.
I should.
Pretty
I didn't know
it's
that.
pretty kick ass.
Yeah. I was like, he was like, this is really good. And I was like, well, I just changed your life. Pimento cheese, man. Because he was like, what are pimentos? And I said, they're peppers.
They're just roasted red peppers, really.
Yeah, it's okay. But, yeah. So, I
chili
ordered
deal
it, and I
sounds
was
really
like, oh,
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Nobody said anything about soup. Nobody said anything about pie yet. The merchandiser's still sitting there. It was the menu holder until we got the hostess stand. Now the hostess stand is sitting in front of the merchandiser. So that's the next stage at some point. We've got to figure out how to get there. But it's like,
what all are you, what is your plan for the merchandiser? Is it going to be similar to like Smokey D's?
I'd like to do like if we have leftover daily specials. I'd like to do some small meals and kind of get those through there. I'd like to put some side dishes in there, some of the potato salad and pasta salad, so I can make some bigger batches and kind of sell that. I'd like to bring in some Shut Your Pie Hole cheesecake once I get that operation, once we get that into the new kitchen or that new kitchen finalized and she has more capacity. I'd like to get that up there. We'd like to get pies going. I was talking to the Ankeny Cafe where I go to breakfast during the week. And they're open for lunch. Their lunch business isn't very good. But she's selling 8 to 10 pies a day.
Jesus.
Most of her pie is sold before 10 a.m. People are coming in for breakfast and eating pie.
What? Get out of here.
People are coming in for breakfast and eating pie.
What the
Why?
Wait, what?
And her pie is like $4.20. She's selling pie for like $4.29 a slice or whatever, but she's cutting just a pie into 6 slices, not 8.
Right.
6 slices, which I think is brilliant. Slice. That's a nice big slice of pie. But if you're going to charge $4.29 or whatever for a slice of pie, I think that's great. That's my style. Big slice of pie. Yeah, and so she had on the board. Like I was in there at 7:00 the other morning, and they had strawberry rhubarb. And I said, "Oh, that sounds good." She goes, "Oh, it's already sold out." I'm like, "What?" She goes, "Yeah, hadn't even come out of the oven, but everybody's already pre-ordered it." Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah.
But do you think some of that, Darren, goes to people that they're stopping by, getting it on the way to go to the office, and then that's their kind of break thing, for the office staff or whatever?
I don't know. But I just think if we had pie, we could sell the crap out of pie.
Oh my God,
we
yeah.
just, it just goes back to just, we're just doing all we can to stay ahead of, Amanda and her helper here to stay ahead of cinnamon rolls and Pop-Tarts and whatever, we're creating this whole dessert factory here that, it's
she
nuts.
loves that.
Yeah.
Back like her bakery days.
Yeah.
Interesting.
We haven't even brought out the blueberry muffin tops yet.
Oh, I had a French toast muffin yesterday. Also delicious.
Shut your pie hole.
Yeah.
Speaking of, how is the Shut Your Pie Hole going?
That vibe. Yeah.
Shut your pie
Segway,
hole.
Randy.
I I think shut your pie hole. From what I was told, was I think the drywall is finished. I think they're ready for FRP.
Which
And
What is
is what?
almost
FRP?
What's
FRP
FRP?
Yeah.
is the smooth stuff in the kitchen.
Nudo board.
The smooth stuff in the kitchen that
Yeah.
you wipe down on the
Yep, Nudo
walls,
board.
and then
Oh.
they'll be ready for the floor, to put the floor in, and then we got to do the suspended ceiling. Maybe we're not. Are we doing? I can't remember. Shit, they're throwing so much shit at me, but I will be down there next Friday to get a live view because me and T Rex, old Kyle, we're going down because I haven't been able to find anybody to do the refrigeration on the freezer and cooler. So we're taking it upon ourselves to load it up and go hook it up ourselves.
There you go.
Respect.
So I'm going to go down and get that all hooked up, or at least get it all hung and ready to hook up, and get an electrician in there and get her all ready to go so that ready to go next Friday.
What's your ETA on that operation?
I don't know. I'm hoping, as I look at it, I'm hoping that we can get. I'm hoping we're ready to go by Thanksgiving. I mean, she won't be production. We're still trying to figure out the right ovens to put in
That's
there.
hard.
Right?
That's a
The
tricky
ovens
one.
are tough because we want to test. We know we'd like to do electric combi ovens in there,
Mm-hmm.
because we're not putting a hood in there. So we want to stay electric. When we tested here, the best thing we found was the CVAP thermalization ovens. Was we could cook the best cheesecake there, in the CVAP rethermalizer.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
But we've also heard the combi oven is the best, but not everybody has a combi oven. So we're trying to work through that right now because it's hard to test in a combi oven when nobody has one.
Right.
Right.
So trying to work through that.
So there could be a chance Thanksgiving, maybe.
Yeah, I mean that would be
Me-
best timing of she's going to have to do Thanksgiving cheesecakes out of her house, but hopefully we can get her open right soon after that,
So
and then
she's
we
ready
can-
for Christmas.
so we can get it ready for Christmas. So we'll
Yeah,
see.
that'd be nice.
yeah, this would be a good time.
That'd be nice. That'd be nice. So then we can have guns and
Her.
we can have guns and cheesecakes rolling for Christmas time.
There you go.
Yay. Yeah, her cheesecake were a big hit a couple weeks ago at we do family dinners on Monday.
Yeah.
And mom had brought one, and it was so good that Lane had told his mom, and his mom was like, I can't top that. So if Emma ever comes over for dinner, I'm in trouble. It's okay.
So yeah, so
My mom
Randy,
didn't make the
when she was,
cheesecake.
I forced my sister. I'm like, you have to come up here and cook cheesecake. So she brought 13 cheesecake batters up, and we cooked in like 5 different ovens.
Okay.
Because I said, you've always cooked them in your home oven. That isn't going to work in this thing. So you have to. We cooked in convection ovens. We cooked in the new Alto Shim oven. We cooked in CVAP oven. We cooked in every oven that I had access to, elect gas, whatever.
Sure.
And the best one. So we tested them, and so we tested them different ways: covered, uncovered, whatever. And the best cheesecake was the last cheesecake we cooked was in the half-size CVAP retherm oven.
Okay.
And so we had 13 cheesecakes, all with one slice taken out of them.
Oh,
So of course I saved that best cheesecake. Sherry did that best cheesecake for Amanda to take home. So she took it.
And it was a hit.
She got the
Football
prize.
players loved it. I
she got
loved
the
it.
prize
Just
cheesecake.
the whole. Yeah.
you wouldn't think the
and
ovens
it
would
was
make that.
delicious.
The different ovens would make that much difference.
Yeah. Like,
Huge difference.
Like it's- yeah.
Huge difference in mainly in the browning of the top of the cheesecake.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
So in the CVAP oven, it's crazy that in the CVAP oven, the one that so one of the tests we did was cooking a cheesecake covered versus uncovered. So we put kind of a pizza pan over the cheesecake. The best cheesecake was one that was covered in a CVAP oven, which made no sense at all to me because a CVAP is designed with moisture and whatever.
Sure. Sure.
But the one that was covered took the least amount of time and was the best quality cheesecake.
Covered.
covered.
I'll be damned.
Exactly like she cooks it at home.
Just like in the ovens at home.
Right. And so I was kind of teaching them about, temperatures of cheesecake, and they never measure a temperature of a cheesecake. Right. They're always,
Right.
well, we wait for it to crack here and whatever. I'm like, man, if you're going to be consistent, you gotta get exact temperatures, And so I had the probe out there and we were testing temperatures and finished. So we're measuring the temp and then measuring the temp 5 minutes later and see how it rose. And then, this one wasn't done and this one wasn't done. We were measuring different temperatures. So she had a whole logbook of all this stuff and learned a lot about cheesecakes because it isn't about you cooking it. It's about teaching somebody else to cook it.
Sure.
Right.
Sure.
Right?
If she's going to do
'Cause
some
you don't
volume.
want to do this you don't want to do this. You want employees doing this.
Right.
Yeah.
So when you want employees doing it, you got to be able to say, stick this probe in the
Boom,
middle,
boom.
and when it hits this temperature, you pull it out. It's not how it feels to you because you can't teach an employee how it feels.
Exactly.
You got to give them exacts,
Yes.
just like barbecue.
Exactly.
And most things,
And most things.
if not everything, really.
Everything can be measured with a probe, right? That's how we're doing our cinnamon rolls. Cinnamon rolls, when they're done, boom.
Got a certain temp on them, and that's it.
Right,
Not how tall they raise and all that stuff.
right,
I'll be damned.
Yeah, because that's not as consistent.
right.
Temperature is consistent. And then we know how Darren feels about consistency unless it is homemade Pop-Tarts.
Right.
Right.
Consistency is the name of the game.
Holidays are amongst us. Randy, getting any holiday orders?
Yeah, we're getting a few in. We were kind of late at the game getting our orders form out and our online ordering set up, but we got that set up last week. And yeah, starting to get a few coming in. Big movers is, as of course, turkeys, whole smoked turkeys, and then our famous turkey breasts now. So had a few people order some of them.
Your soon to be world famous turkey breast?
Yeah, that you gave me the recipe for. So
Right. Yeah, we must be getting piss pounded over the weekends because I just saw an email from my wife this morning. Saw a message from my wife saying we need to staff the catering office over the weekend because we're getting piss pounded with orders over the weekend coming in on our electronic portal. So
right.
what happens is the portal comes in, customers pay on the portal, but we got to get, it doesn't go electronically into our system. So somebody manually has to put it into the system.
Okay.
And so
It's
the
the
payment comes
biggest
in,
flaw.
it's sitting there, and now we're waiting on Monday morning, and then they'll put in those 50 orders from the weekend, and the payment's already sitting there, and then accounting has to reconcile all that on Monday morning. So, they want somebody to work the catering office all weekend long.
I mean, that makes sense, though. And probably should be somebody there on the weekends anyway.
My thing is I want an integrated solution, and Total Party Planning won't give me an integrated solution.
Well,
Yeah.
I thought you were programming your own solution.
I know, but it's just,
Yeah. It's hard.
it's hard.
Mhm.
It's hard.
It's hard.
So
But
Nobody.
what's
back to the old
are you
thing.
still doing a bunch of turkeys?
Yeah, we got a ton of orders coming in. I don't know. Well, I imagine we'll do 275 orders. I'm assuming.
Of all
We'll
turkeys?
see. We're cutting it off a little early. No, just of all packages.
Of all
We'll do
packages.
barbecue and lasagna and whatever. Just all
Okay,
packages.
okay.
We normally hit 260, 270 of all packages coming in. So,
you're cutting it off early, you said?
yeah, we're cutting it off. Normally we cut it off the Monday before
Combine.
Thanksgiving, and I'm like, we just, so I think we're cutting it off the Thursday before or whatever because we gotta have,
whole week.
well, because we have to order those turkeys in,
Yeah.
Get them thawed
right?
out.
So
Well,
if we cut it off Monday, then we have to order in. We can't get the turkeys till Tuesday, and then you got to get the turkeys cooked and
Right.
processed and whatever. And people just don't understand that. So guess what? They're going to learn. We're going to train them a little bit. So we're going to start throwing up warning
Wow.
flags saying, and I always left it open because I know a lot of people make their Thanksgiving decisions the weekend before Thanksgiving. People
Right.
don't think about it. So we got to
Yeah.
start pounding them this week about, you got to think about it. You got to think about it. If you want a specialty item, as in, I want a smoked turkey and I don't want to do it myself, I got to think about it. Right.
Mhm.
So.
Yeah.
And maybe what I
Randy's
should have
taking down
done,
notes. He's
and
gonna
maybe
do
what
that too.
maybe what I should have done was
If you don't write
cut
it
off
down,
the whole
man,
smoked.
if you don't write it down, you'll forget it.
You just about called me
right.
Amanda.
Yeah.
Like granola, please.
Yeah. Like
And maybe
reminder
what I should have
for
done,
turkeys on the weekend for
and maybe what I should have done was I should have probably cut off the whole stuff. I probably should have cut off whole turkeys and whole whatever. But for us, at some point, you got to stop. You got to stop it,
sure.
and you got to count it. And Emma, you've been part of that.
Yeah, it's chaos.
It's chaos to get a good count on everything, because then you have to get a good count.
And multiple
then
people have to check it. And
you got to get
it's
multiple
just-
counts and multiple checks so that you can get a prep list, and then you can get a cooked timeline of when all this stuff has to be cooked. Because then, it's a 3-day process.
Sure it is.
Yeah.
Because you got to cook, you got to cook it, you got to bag it, you got to whatever. Yeah, it's just crazy. And I'm a little worried that we're probably a little understaffed because we begged, borrowed, and stealed everything to get this breakfast restaurant open. That we've got to, we're going to really have to focus on getting all these orders out, because we're used to all hands on deck, and some of the hands are working somewhere else.
Yeah, exactly.
So
it is chaos.
So the head turkey now is the head, jammer right now.
Right.
And so he's not going to have much to do with turkeys.
Ooh. You'll figure it out. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
It'll be what it'll be. It'll be fine.
They'll figure it out.
It'll happen.
Figure it out.
It's kind of like Veterans Day. Veterans Day, they're like, yep, we're all ready for Veterans Day today and tomorrow. We got it all figured out, and whatever. I'm like, okay, we're just going to do a simple discount at the Jam. By the way, happy Veterans to all our veterans out there.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
Happy Veterans Day. We appreciate
Thank you
your
for
service.
Thank you for your service.
And so, they're like, what are you going to do at the Jam? And I'm like, we're just going to do a simple discount. We're not going to do a free meal because there's no way we could handle that volume. But but I'm not even going to promote it. I'm just going to put a sign on the door when people walk in. Hey,
let us know.
Here's a simple discount for you.
And I think that's
let
smart.
us know. And for the first year anyway. But Smoky D's, we always offer a full lunch platter, full meal for free. And so everybody's like, yep, we got this ready to go. We all got it posted. And I'm like, so I look on our Facebook page, nothing. And I'm like, yep, nobody told the social media gals. Well, of course, I didn't tell them.
Right.
So this morning I sent the social media gals. I'm like, hey, sorry for the Sunday call, but this never got done. So maybe post something out today. And if they don't get it and post it out, then I'll post it later. But
right.
Because it's a crazy day.
Is it? Are you pretty busy?
I used to have to post it. I used to post it like a week and a half in advance.
Yeah.
Because
and it is what it is. We're just giving away free food, so it's not like we have to promote the crap out of it. But
right,
we're giving away free food, and we want to. We love to give away free food to veterans, but
sure.
Yeah.
But
oops.
But got to make sure you got your turkey bags and everything ready to go and all lined up and all that stuff and all your P's and Q's, because somebody will forget something, and it's kind of hard to get something last minute these times.
Yeah, it really is. Yep. So kind of this would be the good week to go through and inventory all your collateral material that you're going to get.
Make sure you got all your breadcrumbs. Make sure we didn't make it all into croutons. We got to make sure that we're saving back plenty of breadcrumbs for our stuffing. Hate to go buy bread just to make stuffing.
Right.
I have a really dumb question. What's in stuffing?
Well, dressing.
What? Yeah.
Stuffing or dressing? Are you stuffing it or dressing it?
I don't know. That feels like a trick question. No, like
No,
what
it's
is
not.
the when people want? I
Just
don't
say
know
when
what
they
my
want
question.
dressing. Just say when they
Yeah,
want turkey dressing.
yeah, sure.
What do
Pretty
you
much
sell
just
there? What do you sell in your packages? Turkey dressing or turkey stuffing?
we sell it as dressing.
Right. Okay.
We sell it as dressing.
What's the difference?
Huh?
What's the difference?
Stuffing would be something that you would stuff
Yeah, like
into a
stuff in it.
bird and
Oh,
cook
got
it
it.
while it's in the
I'm.
bird.
What am I thinking? No,
You
yeah,
think about dressing.
Yeah.
no. Am I?
Yeah.
I don't think I'm even thinking of that. No, I don't know. You
Like
know what?
Maybe
sage
you're
like
Never.
sage dressing? Like sage dressing?
I don't know. My brain just shut down. I don't know
It's
what I'm
it's
thinking
pretty
anymore.
much it's pretty much just breadcrumbs that you lay out and kind of let dry out, and then you mix with some broth. People, tend to put some onion and celery in there with some sage, not too much sage,
you
even
don't
though
want it too
Jim in the
sagey.
kitchen loves sage, so he tries to put too much sage because he likes it. And if you put too much sage, then it gets too spicy for the old timers
Uh
And
huh.
Emma.
and Emma. So just kind of mix that together, and then we used to send it out uncooked, right? We
Yeah.
used to send out uncooked and people would cook it. Now what we found is since people like smaller portions, and so for our individual meals, we actually put it in our muffin top pans
Oh,
Yeah.
that
okay.
we cook our cornbread in, and we
Uh
actually
huh.
take scoop and we cook it in the muffin top pan, and it turns out really well. But for our half pans or whatever, we actually make them up in big batches and we put it in the oven and we bake it off. So when the customer gets it, they pick it up. All they got to do is heat it up, and it's great. Because
Interesting.
we sell little quarts of it too, so then we can just cut off little quarts out of the pan in the
Uh huh.
hotel pans that we make. We can take the quarts out and we can just put it in there, and they can just heat it up in the microwave. Because if you send it out raw, you can't bake it in the microwave. So
Right.
we bake off all our dressing now. You look perplexed.
I don't know what I'm trying to process my own thoughts. I'm
If you
not. I
Emma,
confused
Emma,
myself.
if you really want to impress them at Thanksgiving,
What?
right? I would
Yeah.
say you do one of two things. If you
Okay.
want to bring the dressing,
I don't. I was just asking because I don't. I don't like it. I don't think.
but there's
I'm thinking of like the side, right? Like, isn't there? I'm
but there's
scared because I
two
feel
but
stupid.
there's two things I would do. I would either bring the White Castle dressing, so you can find it
Okay.
online, where you take the frozen White Castle burgers and thaw them out and chop them up and mix it up with stuff. People love the White Castle dressing,
Is that any
Okay.
good?
like White Castle
Well, it sounds
sliders.
like it is. Okay.
So it's like the frozen, and you can get them at Walmart, frozen White Castles.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a burger chain, out east.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
White Castle. And then
Yeah. Yeah.
what's the guy that has Momofuku noodles?
David
brain
Chan.
fart. David Chen. He has on his podcast, there's a stuffing recipe that is world renowned. That is very famous.
Is it too chefy though?
Okay.
No.
Yeah. Okay.
No, it's a very simplistic
Really? I
stuffing
figured.
dressing recipe. That is
All
very
right.
well
Okay.
known.
Okay.
But anyway,
I was convinced that I couldn't remember what I was at. Okay. I know it. Yeah. Yeah. I just feel like I forgot what stuffing was for a second, but I didn't. My brain just froze, literally.
your brain just
Yeah.
froze.
Yeah, there it had a moment. No, I don't bring stuffing. I don't eat it. I don't. So that's why I was curious because I've just never. It doesn't look as appealing to me, so I guess I've never really just tried it. So I was curious.
Oh no, it's good. I like it no matter what.
Yeah.
But that's one thing my mother-in-law, the one thing she cooks that I actually like.
No, I'm bringing corn casserole to our Friendsgiving. That's my go-to.
Yeah.
Easy peasy, delicious. And then I just bring wine to our big Thanksgiving because Nobody expects me to cook, and I appreciate that.
I had a glass of wine the other night.
Whoa.
Made me sleep like shit all night long. I won't do that again.
Yeah.
You're not having a good glass of wine then.
Anytime I drink alcohol anymore, I don't. Yeah.
Ugh. But
Ah.
all right, Randy, it's time. Let's hear this acronym.
Oh, no. Yep. We've reached that time, Randy. It's the acronym of the week. Here, where's the drum roll? Hang on. Hang on.
Okay. And
Acronym of the week is
I'm so scared.
DFW.
DFW.
FW. Don't fucking worry.
Don't fucking worry.
Okay, I don't think that one. I don't mind. I don't mind that one. Let me see if it's original. I don't think I've heard it, but also
So
I
you're
don't
in a
think I've heard most of
conversation
them.
and maybe it gets a little heated. DFW.
DFW.
And that'll piss them off even more because they'll go, what the fuck you talking about? Don't fucking worry.
What do you think? Is it there? We got a resident fact checker.
It looks like you're good. DFW.
Oh,
seems.
it's only an airport.
Oh, DFW acronym Urban Dictionary. Please hold. Oh yeah.
Well, goddamn, if you look, I'm not long enough.
It is down for whatever.
Down for whatever, but you can use it. No, Randy, we're still going with it because you can use it to multiple different ways. The English language has told you that.
Or it also means don't fuck with. Or it is the acronym for the Dallas-Fort Worth Airport.
Well, we knew that.
So
okay.
So
down for whatever. Yeah.
So I think don't fucking worry about it.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can.
I think that works, Randy.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll give it to you.
All right.
I'll give it to you.
Thank you.
We have our first successful.
Second.
Randy.
The first one was a good one.
No, second. The first one. His first one ever that started the segment was pretty good.
Okay. Second one.
So,
Good job out of you,
the-
Randy.
Explain the shirt, Emma.
what? Well, it just okay. So Miranda Lambert wore this T-shirt and posted it on her Instagram many moons ago, and my mom sent it to me and said, "You need this." But then I was like, "Okay, I'll think about it." Well, then last week, after your stupendous situation,
Sure.
I called Mom and said, "Listen, Mom got to listen to the intro before anybody else did because I was laughing so hard and I needed someone to appreciate it the way that I appreciated it." So then I played it for her multiple times. She picked out the thumbnail clips because she was laughing at Darren and I's face because both of us were like, what did you just say? And so then she was like, Emma, you have to get this shirt. And I was like, all right, I'll get the Dammit Randy t-shirt. Just
for the people that aren't watching
9
it
out
on
of 10
YouTube,
times. Yeah,
aren't watching
9
it,
out
it's
of
a
10
black
times.
shirt with Dammit Randy wrote on it.
Yep.
And very nice
9 out of 10
lettering.
times, that's what I'm... 9 out of 10 times, that's how I feel.
I think we need to make the suspendus into our ringtones for Randy on our phone.
The suspense.
The
Randy
suspenders.
Twyford. I'm going to go back and listen to whatever the intro was today and Google it, first of all. Make sure it's a word.
Oh, it is.
And if it's not, I'm gonna add a clip at the end or the beginning of the episode, or like add a clip and just say "Classic Randy" move right there or something.
Classic.
But damn it, Randy.
So
Anyway,
that's all we got.
you guys got anything else?
That's all we
Think so.
got. Hour
All
and
right.
4 minutes.
Love
I gotta get back to jamming.
I got to get back to
Yeah.
pulling
Well,
pork. So
I'm gonna go
right.
read my book. If you haven't already, follow us on social media at Cue the Mic Pod. Find us on YouTube at Cue the Mic Podcast so you can see my T-shirt. Yeah, like, subscribe, do all the things. You know the drill. Randy, take it away.
damn it, out of here. Boom, done. Damn it, finished. Boom, adios.
Boom. See you later.
We'll see you guys next week.